Over to my right, and it does look like that news conference with the Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is starting. So let's go ahead and listen in to see what they have to say about Thanksgiving travel.
Of this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. So if you're planning your travel, think about when you depart, because the afternoons of those days are going to be busier than the rest. This travel season by car, we have incredible gas prices, on average 3.2 cents a gallon. So if you're going to travel by car, you're going to be able to put gas in your vehicle at a very affordable price. On top of that, if you're flying, and you need to rent a car domestically, our car rental prices are down by 15%. So it feels very good where we sit with the president's economy and what he's done with regard to his energy independence push and energy dominance push. In regard to rail, we anticipate there will be 1.2 million passengers this year by rail, a very big number. In regard to air travel, this is going to be the busiest Thanksgiving that we have on record. And I think you all might note that it seems like every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every 4th of July seems to be an announcement of record travel. I'm going to come to that in a second. But this week there'll be 31 million passengers flying by air as we look to the week. That's per the airline industry. Tomorrow will be the busiest day. There'll be 52,000 flights tomorrow as Americans board aircraft, fly across the country. Maybe they're going to go to sporting events, they're going on vacation, or hopefully they're going to spend time with their families. Now, we anticipate there's going to be solid staffing in our towers and TRACONs and centers throughout the airspace, and that's different than what we had over the shutdown. But we do have some weather in the forecast. I'm not a weatherman, but if you look out to the Seattle area, in the Midwest, the Great Lakes, we are going to have some weather. And so if you are traveling by air, I would just ask that you stay in touch with your airline or update your apps so you know if your flight has been delayed or moved at all as you're planning to come to the airport. Always great to stay in touch with the airline that you booked with. Just real quick, I want to touch on a couple of other issues. During the shutdown, 44 very long days. It went pretty well at the start of the shutdown, but in the last couple of weeks of the shutdown, things became very challenging in the airspace. Many of you reported on it. We had significant delays and cancellations. The administrator, in consultation with DOT and his safety team, we took historic action to reduce the capacity in the airspace because of what we saw in the staffing in our towers. And that decision was not made lightly, but it was based on the stats that we were seeing and what we thought was appropriate to maintain a safe airspace. You've also heard that the president announced that we should reward those great air traffic controllers who didn't miss a beat. They never missed a day. And so Administrator Bedford and I announced last week that we are giving $10,000 bonuses to the air traffic controllers who didn't miss a day, and the technicians. You don't report on the technicians a lot, but the technicians are the ones that come into our facilities and make sure that some of our very old equipment is actually operational. And if they don't come to work, we don't have equipment that works, you can have all the air traffic controllers you want in the tower or TRACON, you're not going to be able to control the airspace because the equipment is down. And so those two working together made sure that we had a very functioning and safe airspace. So at the president's lead, we decided we would give them a $10,000 bonus, a reward for their great action during the shutdown. I mentioned that this is the most historic travel Thanksgiving we've had, the busiest one. And I don't know if you all know this, but here at Newark, there's a lot of press at Newark by what happened in the spring. We had two outages, 30 seconds each, and then the radar had a reboot. So we didn't have radar in this facility at this airport for a minute and a half. And it was troubling for everybody. And this team, DOT and FAA, worked with the CEOs of the companies that provide services to us, and we very quickly remedied the problem. And so now for the New York traveling area, so JFK and LaGuardia, this is the most on-time airport that you have in the New York airspace. That's the kind of dedication and devotion and speed at which the Trump administration, the FAA, and the DOT are working to fix the problems that we face in the airspace. And I think it's important, again.
Okay, you're listening in on Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy as he updates ahead of the busy Thanksgiving travel period. One of the things to keep in mind as we enter this week again, we are expecting a record number of travelers to both drive and fly this Thanksgiving. And the Transportation Department has actually launched a new civility campaign aimed at helping travelers find their patience and practice a little bit more kindness and civility towards one another as we get through this. The secretary was just speaking, and we'll continue to listen in the background and let you know if anything important happens. In the meantime, I want to